Ladies and gentlemen, to everyone watching us on O2 Inside Line live on Facebook, a very warm welcome to the O2 Blue Room. Look at this lovely lot ahead of you. There they are over there. Look over that direction and wave and just show them all what a wonderful time you are having. So, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, the first victory of the Old Mutual Wealth Series. We are now going to have a chat with some of the main protagonists from today. Let us have a look in our green room. So, Blue Room, say hello to the green room and see what players. There they are. These are the guys who are coming our way. So, please welcome into the O2 Blue Room Elliot Daly, Jonathan Joseph, Courtney Laws, and the Old Mutual Wealth man of the match, Marco Vunipola. First up, all of you guys, and to the whole of the England squad, congratulations on the first win in what's going to be a tough autumn. Courtney, I'm going to come to you because you are right next to me and you're the only man I can speak to eye. Very few people in the England team are going to be particularly happy about that, performance-wise, but result-wise, how tough was that to get that win today?
Yeah, it was a tough game today, and you know, they were always going to pick up their game coming to Twickenham, and I think they did that. But if we can win not playing at our best, then it bodes well for the future.
Elliot, while this lot was stuffing themselves with pasties and beer, they were all saying England by 30 points, England by 40 points. England's pedigree is immense at the moment, but it's not that easy to convert sometimes what people's expectations are into, you know, an absolute tri-fest. That was not going to happen today, was it?
I think we had the best intentions to do that, but I think when you actually get down to it, we've had a kind of week together, and that backline probably hasn't played together ever, probably. So, yeah, it was going to take a bit of time, but I think we made some opportunities, but we just need to finish them off now.
Marco, I'm going to skip past you, going to wait for you, because you are obviously, you're the king of the day. You're the man. So, and I can see you can barely contain your excitement at that. But, JJ, how good was it to get back with these guys, get back in an England shirt, back out onto the Twickenham paddock?
Yeah, it's always great meeting up with the boys. The last 2 weeks have been real tough, real hard. But it's exciting to be back, yeah. And we look forward to, you know, hopefully putting in a better performance than what we did today next week.
Yeah, Australia next. Mako, or as you have now been renamed by Ruth, this lady here, she called you Macro Vunipola. So it's close, but no cigar. But many congratulations, man of the match, ladies and gentlemen. You're not a man to get too carried away by a title like that. But up against Argentina, up against their renowned forward power, to walk away with man of the match is a hell of an achievement. How much power was coming through from the Argies today?
Yeah, it's always tough. We as a forward pack knew the challenge that was coming, and a few of the scrums today were good for us, but some of them not so good. So we know we've got to work on that consistency. But now, as a first hit out, we're very pleased.
We saw in a close-up of Eddie Jones, sort of halfway through the second half, he was pretty much combusting in his chair. He didn't seem too happy, and anyone who could lip read probably had a bit of a giggle. What were his words to you when you guys got back in the dressing room?
He was actually quite positive. Like Courtney said, if we go win like that, playing terrible rugby, then it bodes well for the future. So now we obviously got to take the learning from it, go back and watch the game, and like Elliot said, we just got to finish off some chances.
Yeah, you get the feeling in the training sessions through the week it's going to be a little bit more hardcore. We've got some questions for you. The guys and girls here in the audience have written some down. If you are watching on O2 Inside Line on Facebook, then please do send through your questions. We'll ask as many as we can. So where are we here? So Ryan from Folkestone. I don't know where you are, Ryan from Folkestone, unless, of course, Folkestone is your surname. Unlikely. Courtney, this is for you. How do you feel the team is building up to the World Cup? Is the chemistry good amongst the players?
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of competition for places, which is going to just improve the standard of rugby, really, in training and hopefully, obviously, in the games. So that'll keep pushing us through. A lot of young players coming through. So, yeah, we're looking in good stead for the World Cup.
Just jumping in on that World Cup thing, it's been highlighted a lot in the press because we're almost at the halfway mark, 2 years into Eddie's tenure. Is there much talk of World Cup, or is it still just get these 3 games done?
We've always got one eye on the World Cup, but we never look past the team in front of us. Obviously, that was Argentina today, and then looking forward to playing Australia next week. Yeah,
that's going to be an absolute cracker. JJ, we got here one here from Ruth from London. Who was your hero growing up?
You. Probably between Jason Robinson and Mako. I think Jason probably just edges it.
But only just, eh?
Only just, yeah.
Only just. When you look at Mako, what from his game would you take into your game?
His speed, acceleration.
My kicking game.
Your what?
My kicking game.
Your kicking game.
We have seen a few clips of you banging the ball over. Strong.
After training, he spends most of his time trying to place kick, which...
Elliot, what is it about forwards? You, as a back, you'll run out. I would imagine things haven't changed. The first thing you see is forwards practicing 40-yard drop goals. True? Happens?
Yeah, it's true, but he has his own tee, so he's actually brought it to a different level.
Ah, specially designed. Is there something special about it? Is it just like...
Is it special, or just...
No, Faz just gave me a tee, so I'm using his...
So it's hand-me-down. Basically, you got him for his hand-me-downs. OK, fair enough. All right. This is to all of you. So this is from Bob from Amersham. It's quite an... Well, it's either an optimistic or a pessimistic question. How do I become an international rugby player? So... we got another one. I'll tell you what, that's a difficult one. We're going to let that one just hang in the air there for a moment, Bob. And I'm going to come to you, Elliot. So this is from Matthew from Wimbledon, aged 15. What inspired you to play rugby?
I think my parents probably did. My dad and my brother as well. They brought me down, and I was watching my brother. He's slightly older than me play rugby, and he probably inspired me to start playing rugby from a young age. Okay, now this is for all of you. What's the best thing, Mac, I'll come to you on this. What's the best thing Eddie Jones has taught you?
He's actually kept it really simple, which is, for me, is being good. He just told me today, go out there, scrum, hit someone and carry the ball. So that's it, really.
Nice and simple. JJ, what about you? What's he taught you? Or what's he tried to teach you?
He's tried to teach me to vary my running lines, so working off the ball to be able to go back at the defence.
OK, cool. Courtney, a question from Lois from Coventry. Best roommate you've ever had, and why?
Who do I normally room with? I'm rooming with Brownie at the minute, but it was Hask before that. Probably Hask. It's got a pretty good chat most of the time, but I often provide the contraband sweets and chocolate and whatnot. So right. I think I'm a pretty good roommate.
Good room. Does Haskell ever stop talking? Does he talk in his sleep?
He's actually relatively quiet on his own. He plays up to a crowd. He loves it, doesn't he?
You mentioned that you normally room as well with Mike Brown. How is he? We saw him take a nasty tumble. Is he up and about?
Yeah, he's all right.
Good.
Yeah, landed on his head, but he'll be all right.
Oh, that's good news. That is good news. Elliot, a question from off Facebook. Thank you for everyone who's sending them in on Facebook. Do please keep doing it. From Dan Pott. What challenge will Australia bring? Maybe that you didn't get today from Argentina.
I think they'll bring a bit more of a wide game. They've got some attacking backs and they've got some ball-playing forwards as well. So, they're playing Wales at the moment. I think they're up as well. So we'll have a look at that game and see if there's anything we can take into it.
Mako, from your point of view, from the forwards today, what needs to be stepped up before you take on Australia?
The scrum, so we talked about getting consistency there, making sure there's always a good level, and then I think we didn't get a chance to get our mauling game going. That's attack and defence. They got a few good mauls on us, and we didn't get really a platform there for our backs.
Sure. And JJ, if you could pick one must fix, not for yourself but the team in general, what would that be?
I think just being decisive. You know, when we got an opportunity to attack them, being decisive with what we called and going through with it. And if we do that, I think we'll cause teams a lot of problems.
Okay. And Courtney, two young guys, really. Well, Sam Underhill had already made his debut, but we saw Sam Underhill and Sam Simmons really step up today. Just a word about these young boys, how impressive they were.
Yeah, they were very impressive. I mean, the age that they're coming through now, kind of 19s and 20s, is kind of ridiculous to play this level of rugby, but they stepped up to the plate. You know, had a great game, both of them, and yeah, we'll see plenty more of them in the future.
Well said, old man. Look at these young kids. Look at you. And just a word about these guys, the supporters at Twickenham. How important is it to hear these guys cheering you on? Mako, as man of the match, you address your people.
Yeah, it's great. I think the support has been outstanding since I played here, and today was no different. Hopefully next time we can give you a better show, so sorry about that.
Oh, great stuff. They've got to win. They realise it can't be champagne rugby every day. To everyone who's been watching on O2 Inside Line, thank you very much indeed for your questions. Keep watching. The guys are now going to come down here and take some autographs and have a chat with you. Please don't push forward too much. There is a barrier here, and obviously a lot of kids here, so we don't want anything untoward to happen. But give these guys a big, big round of applause. You're winning England players. And to everyone watching on O2 Inside Line, thank you very much. Keep an eye out for more offers coming your way with O2. To the players, thank you very much indeed. To you, ladies and gentlemen, here in the O2 Blue Room, thank you very much indeed.